DJ, how are you feeling? Is this getting to you at all, the start you guys are having?
A little, not really. I mean, it's just, I know the caliber of the team we want and then the expectations that we have coming in the season. We definitely don't want to be 2-2 right now. I know for me, it's the first time that I think I've ever lost 2 regular season games in my football career, from youth football all the way to high school football. So it's definitely a different feeling. I'm not used to losing a ball game, but God puts obstacles in our life, and we gotta be able to learn from them. So from right now, I'm just be able to learn from these different obstacles that God's put into my life, and just to continue to keep trusting His process and knowing that God's time is the perfect time.
What do you think is not working or clicking with this offense right now?
I think the main thing is just execution. I think it starts off with just execution. Everyone's just got to execute, including me. That everyone's personal execution. Everyone's just got to do their 111th.
Does it feel like this offense has some complex things that can come, but only if you guys sort of master the basics as an offense as a whole?
Yeah, well, I think it comes down to basics 100%. You got to be able to do the basics right. Yeah, I think the main thing is just execution. As long as we can execute, everyone does their job 111th. That if everyone could do that, then I think it's a whole different story and we're all perfectly fine. So I have total confidence in our offense. We'll be able to continue to keep grinding, continue to keep working, and it's about to be the 5th game going into Boston College. We still have a long season ahead of us. I think we'll be perfectly fine.
That second drive Saturday, you roll out, you hit Justyn in the back of the end zone.
Yes, sir.
Did you finally feel like, okay, man, now we're going to put it all together? And then were you surprised as the next 6 or 7 drives failed to even produce a first down?
Yeah, no, I mean, definitely the second drive felt great. Felt like we was rolling as offense. Offense was clicking. Felt like everything was perfectly threw a touchdown right there, and I think it comes down to execution. I gotta be able to do my job and be able to make the throws, and we just all gotta be accountable and just look at ourselves and just be able to do just our single job every single time for execution standpoint.
With execution not working, is that if you feel like there's a chemistry there with the guys, or I guess how does that play out?
I think the chemistry is definitely there as offense. We're all brothers. We're all great. Chemistry is definitely there. We're all familiar with each other on the field, off the field. I think the chemistry is not a problem. It's just transferring it from the practice field to the game field. We just gotta be able to execute from practice to the game.
Is there anything that you can do? There were a few third down throws I'm sure you wish you had back.
100%.
Mechanically, how much do you work on that to try and keep the overthrows, from happening? Or
Yeah, no, I work on it every day, and I know I just gotta continue to keep working. I mean, it's eventually gonna fall. It's eventually gonna keep going. Just gotta keep trusting the process. I mean, keep going. I mean, it is what it is. Can't do nothing about it. You just gotta continue to keep learning, keep moving forward. It's a great challenge. I mean, it's a great challenge. Love challenges. I mean, that's why I came here, to be able to put myself in a challenge, be able to challenge myself. So each and every day, I'm gonna just continue to keep going, keep striving, keep try to be great.
Is that something? I'm sorry to interrupt. Is that something that you're showing on the practice field and not carrying
What?
the mechanics and the right technique and things like that footwork that he was talking about?
Yeah, I think some parts of it, my mechanics, it gets for the most part it's good. It's been good in the game from practice over to the game, and there's just those little times where there's like 1 or 2 plays where it just my mechanics it just messes up, and my footwork might be a little off or might be a little jittery in the pocket. It's just those little things right there that can cost a big ball game.
Touch-wise, do you feel like you've done a good job there? Is it hard sometimes to put touch on those short passes?
No, I don't think. I feel like I've done a good job with touch passes. I feel like I've been good with touch passes. Yes, sir.
So what would you say went wrong with the Will Shipley, which is kind of in there flat, kind of overthrow? Was it just kind of missed?
Yeah, just put a little bit too much heat on it. Yeah, looking back at it, just put a little too much on it. He just probably just put a little less on it, make it easier for him, and then he would have probably still been running right now. Yes, sir.
Are you surprised with it? I know you talked about execution a lot. Are you surprised that it's not better at this point? Did you see some of these issues coming up during fall camp, or did you feel like y'all had?
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, we've all seen on the practice field, execution has not been a problem. We've been good. Solid weeks of practice. We just got to be able to just transfer it from practice to the game. That's it. And I know we'll eventually do it. We'll be perfectly fine, but right now we haven't done it. But I know we got a lot of confidence in ourselves and the team, And, you know, we're just ready for the challenge, man, you know. This is a little bit of adversity. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but, you know, we'll come out greater than this.
You guys get back late Saturday. Brian's hurt. You know, you've come off with a loss. Did you guys put on a horror movie to try to get away from it? What was it like in that, you know, suite of 4 guys Saturday?
No, definitely. You know, I feel for my brother Brian, man. That's my best friend right there. So it's tough to be able to see him, all the work that he's put in during the off season, and just all the work he's put in. It's how well he's been playing, and to be able to go down and hurt his knee like that. I mean, it's tough, man. You know, I feel for him, and you know, I just want to be able to be there for him, be able to comfort him through these times. Just be able to be a brother for him right there. So that's kind of what we're doing.
What did Justyn say happened on that last pass? That he was not able to get his arms up? It looked like a throw was in the right place.
I'm not sure. I just know that with that throw, he wasn't able to get his hands on it. So I take full responsibility in that. I got to be able to throw a better ball, where he can put his hands on the ball right there. So.
DJ, this week with Boston College, I mean, people are going to compare it to your first start last year, the game you had against them, the rally, the Tigers. Do you feel like you're that same guy and that you can get things back?
100%. Yeah, 100%. I mean, I got full confidence in myself. I got the most confidence in myself than I feel like everybody in the world. So, I mean, I'm 100% got confidence in myself. You know, I'll be ready to go. And I feel like we just continue to keep going. You just got to keep grinding, man, you know. Adversity is going to build, it's either going to break you down, it's going to build you up. It's going to show what type of man you are and the type of character you have inside. And I'm not a quitter. I'm a fighter, so I'm going to keep fighting.
You know that this Boston College team coming in, they're going to be a little fired up too.
100%.
They feel like, you know, hey, we came close, but we didn't get it done.
Yes, sir. No, and I feel like 100%. I feel like every team comes in fired up, and I feel like every team, who, no matter what team they play, they're gonna be fired up. It's a game of football, and everyone wants to win that game. It's always about a game of one. So we're fired up to play Boston College. I know Boston College is fired up to play us, so it'll be a great ball game.
For you, having that being your first start last year, do you feel like that familiarity will help maybe the execution a little bit?
I'm not sure. I don't think so. I mean, familiarity is not a problem right now. I think it'll be perfectly fine. I'm just ready to be able to get out another week and get another chance to play another game. So I'm just excited for that.
How much do you think would change if this offense were able to just run the ball? How much could come forth off of that if y'all were able to consistently run it?
I know the offensive line's been doing great. Our running back's been doing great, running the ball, making great holes. So, I mean, I think we're doing a really good job right now running the ball. So.
DJ, do you think what Brian's sister's going through has helped him keep his own situation in perspective?
I think that's a question for Brian, you know. Brian right now, he has a lot on his plate, you know. He's probably one of the strongest people I know. I have utmost respect for Bryan Bresee, man. You know, he's a tough person, strong person. He has a great family, and I know that with him, I mean, everything's going to be fine, and he's just a strong person. I know that he's going to be able to handle everything going on in his life, and that's my brother right there, you know. So everything for Brian, man, you know, I'm going to be right there, step away.
I think you've tried to take a lot of blame for what's going on with the offense. What do you think about all the criticism of Tony Elliott? And it seems, what's your perspective on that?
I think it all needs to stop, man. I think Coach Elliott, he's definitely not the problem. It all starts with us. Coach Elliott is the best offensive coordinator in football, and I'm going to stand by it. We have the best offensive coordinator, we have the best defensive coordinator, but Coach Elliott, man, you know, I love that guy, and the amount of work he puts in every week, day in, day out, it's unbelievable, and I ride with Tony Elliott to the day I die. So I got full confidence in Coach Elliott, and I think it starts off with us players. He's putting us in the right positions. We just got to go make him right. So I don't think it's anything that Coach Elliott's doing that he's been calling the wrong players or anything like that. I think he's been doing a tremendous job, just like he's done the past couple of years. But, you know, the execution part is what I've been talking about is this. We got to go out there and execute for him.
DJ, you mentioned still trying to get things to translate from the practice field to the game. Do you feel like it's guys maybe trying a little too hard just to be perfect and you guys want to be so much better and be more productive? Do you think just becoming a middle thing somewhat?
Maybe that we know the expectations that we have for ourselves, and then maybe I don't know. It could be that, maybe not, but I know we just haven't found it yet. But I know we just got to keep digging. I mean, this is a little bit of adversity, like I said before. I mean, we'll be perfectly fine from it though. It'll make us better.
Do you feel yourself personally wrestling at all, trying to be too perfect out there when you bring it?
Not really. I mean, I put a lot of stuff on my plate already, but I mean I'm perfectly fine with it. I know what I want to do out there when I step out on the field every time. I know I want to make each and every throw. So, but I don't think so. I don't think I'm putting too much pressure on myself.
Coach Elliott was talking about just how difficult it is for athletes, 18, 19, 20-year-old guys to live in the social media world that you do now. How do you insulate yourself from all the things that are probably being said out in the outside world right now?
Yeah, you just can't. I mean, the social media. I mean, people can say what they want. I mean, everyone has a free opinion to be able to say what they want, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I mean, people can say exactly what they want, and they have the utmost respect to be able to say what they want about what's going on in our team. But as a player, you just can't let you gotta be able to block out that noise. You gotta be inside out. You gotta be able to just be able to keep grinding. You know, no matter what people are saying about you, you can't let that get to you, or it's just gonna eat you up inside. So for me, I don't really. It doesn't matter to me what people say about me. I have full confidence in myself, and I know where my strength comes from. It comes from the Lord Jesus Christ. So for me, I'm perfectly fine. My trust is in Him, and I just trust His plan each and every way. So that's how I get through that type of stuff.
Just not go on Twitter right now. Or...
Yeah, I mean, I look at Twitter, go on Twitter, but not for the most part. You know, I mean, it doesn't bother me. I mean, a lot of stuff's been said and stuff like that, but I mean, I'm gonna be me. I'm gonna be 100% me, and I have full confidence in myself, so I'll be perfectly fine.
DJ, how much flexibility do you have at the line of scrimmage to change the play?
For me, I just whatever Coach Elliott calls, whatever it's called on the sideline, that's the play I run. I just run it, and they give me different checks and stuff like that. But whatever it's called, that's why I run it. And for me, there hasn't been a time where I need to be able to check a play. I mean, the play's been perfect. We just gotta go out there and execute it.
DJ, Justyn had the majority of the targets and receptions on Saturday. Heading into Boston College, do you feel like there should be more of an emphasis to get other guys involved?
I think for the most part, I mean, everyone's gotten a good chance to get the ball. I feel like that for me, everyone has the play is not designed to go to one person. It's for the read. So whoever's playing that spot is going to get the ball. So if the play designed to go for this coverage works here, and that player's in that position, then that player's going to get the ball. So it's not where we're trying to design a play call to get it to another player. It's just based on what the defense shows us, and I'm going to take what it gives me, what the defense gives me. So that's whoever's going to get the ball.
Just to clarify, has he told you what he saw in that last play? You talked to him about
Ross?
Yeah.
I haven't talked to him about the last play, but I just know from my perspective that if he can't put a hand on the ball, then that's on me right there. I got to throw a better ball to where he can be able to put his hand on it, be able to touch the ball. Coach Dabo says it every day. We need to be able to have our receivers touch the ball, and they can be able to make a play. So from what I've been watching about it and watched the play, that he didn't get his hand on the ball, and that's on me. And I take full responsibility about that. So I got to be able to put a better ball for him so he can put his hand on it.
You had your hand on his back as you all were walking off the field.
Sure.
What were you kind of saying to him? What was he saying to you in that moment?
Just trying to be there for him, man. You know, I was trying to tell him it's not his fault or anything like that. That this is a team ball game, man. You can't put too much blame on yourself. You can't put stuff like that on yourself, man. And he played an amazing game. He had 2 touchdowns that game. Played amazing. He had an amazing ball game, and you can't put that pressure on yourself at the end of the game to make that play right there. And telling him it's not his fault or anything. That it's a team ball game. It's not one person can make or lose a ball game.
Anything for DJ on the Zoom call?
Hey, DJ, it's Trevor Gross from CU.Tigers.com. With Will Shipley being out the next few weeks, do you think you'll be needed to contribute even more on the run game?
I mean, it's whatever the coaches think. I know losing Will Shipley for a couple weeks, it's to be a tough one, you know. Love Will Shipley. He's a baller, great game, a great player, and it's just tough for him coming in as a freshman, be able to be hurt like that, and you know it's just tough. But I know he's a strong person. He has a strong faith in himself, strong faith with the Lord. But I think we'll be perfectly fine with the running backs that we have with Kobe, with Phil Maffa, Mikey Dukes. There'll be a lot of guys who'll be able to step up, and I think we'll be perfectly fine.
Hey DJ.
Sorry, go ahead, Anna.
Just as a quarterback, what are the biggest challenges that go into making the best possible decision in the RPO game?
I think the biggest challenges is that you gotta make a full speed decision. That there might be a couple things that you might think while you're going through the RPO, and like, oh, I could throw the ball here, maybe hand it, different stuff like that. But biggest thing is you gotta make a full speed decision. It's either the right decision or wrong decision, but as long as you make it full speed, it's gonna be perfectly fine.
DJ, this is the second week in a row you're going against a defense with a bunch of interceptions. interceptions. Georgia has 7 now as well. When you're playing against a defense like that, is accuracy that much more important? Trying to avoid the tips and the overthrows and those sorts of things.
I think you just want to be perfect every single game. It doesn't matter. I feel like whatever team you won, whatever team you're playing, or how many interceptions they have, that you want to be accurate every single game. I think that's the big thing as a quarterback. You want to be able to be accurate, put the ball where it needs to be every single time. So I think that's what it is.
Anything else for DJ? All right, DJ, thank you very much. Andrew Makuba will be coming right up.